Good morning, it is episode 5 of our budget van build. On today's episode, we are fitting some solar panels and vents onto the van. So we're cutting more holes into the van. We use Esim.sm as an easy and convenient way to stay connected on the road. They've also provided me with a code to help you guys save some money. Let's get into the video.
We got solar extractor for the shower. That was 50 quid off eBay. I know people want to know prices.
Yeah, we've been asked quite a bit.
Then we got another extractor fan. I think this was like 70 quid, and it's just got a handle there so it opens up, and an extractor fan here that we'll wire in, and a fly net. And then we got the eco-worthy 390 watt solar, but one of them smashed. So you'll have to show them a video of that.
When we received the solar panels, one of them was smashed, which we think happened in transit. But eco-worthy have been amazing. They're sending us out a replacement now, so when that comes, we'll fit it. But we're going to fit the first solar panel in today. And we've measured it all out to find out where the other one's going. There they are. This is what we're fitting today. Although, these are the brackets that come with the eco-worthy solar panel. We find them a little bit too clunky.
They're super bulky and big. They go like that, and then you screw into the panel, and then I think you'd screw in here, or maybe you'd stick them. But we're just going to use right angles and same thing, screw into the side of the solar and then screw one down onto the roof with some silicone. For this job, what you'll need is something to cut the holes out with, something to drill some pilot holes. We've got these here, so we can cut the circle vent. We've actually drew out sort of where we want the vent. This is the vent that's going in the shower. This is where the shower space is going to be. And then we've got here, which is a lot more forward than the last time we did it. That's where the square vent is going to go. And then the solars are going to fit just here in the front of the van. Because what we really want to do this time round is have a little area for us to sit down. So we're going to put some decking. We've literally got this whole bit here. And we're going to put some decking so that we can enjoy like sunrises, sunsets, and have a little outdoor space without having to put our camping chairs and stuff out as well. So yeah, that is the plan for the roof space. Because we're putting the square vent here, we don't want to have it too close to the front because it curves down. I'm going to put a pilot hole here, so that we know where exactly the edge of this is. So when we fit it, basically. Here. Battery's not in.
Huh? Oh! Oh, so again, because we've got like all of these equipment, power tools, we are charging the batteries, charging our phones, doing all this. Oh, now let's try it again. Oh, right. It's always scary when you're cutting holes into roofs, isn't it? Although we've done like one already. The
solar vent, this one, it just fits when you're on top, like in the middle of the rigids here. So we'll measure across. Oh, it's like 7.5. What's half of 7.5? 3.75?
I don't know, I'm not good at maths. That's another hole.
So yeah, that's going to be the centre of the extractor, and this is going to be the how far back it can go.
Yeah.
And that's it.
This is the last time we're going to be climbing up this roof to do work on the outside of the van, because from the next episode, we're going to be building the inside of the van. Can you hear that?
already going.
The only thing that we had to modify on this thing is this bit here where it joins. We added a silicone bead.
Yeah.
So Connor's going to start with this solar vent, aren't you?
I'm probably going to measure this. Yeah, this is like the gasket they give you. Yeah, that goes on there.
The gasket was way too small to use as a template, so we were trying to find other things, but unfortunately we couldn't find anything.
You need like one of those things you had at school. You know, like the...
Oh, what are they called?
Protractor?
Protractors,
No,
yeah.
it's not a protractor.
It's not, are you sure? Oh wait, no, that's the semicircle
It's
thing.
I don't know. One
Compass.
Of those things. Compass.
It was a compass.
You left looking for a compass and come back with 2.5.
Flapjacks.
What are they? Flapjacks.
Draw one. Anyway, so couldn't find a compass. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way of putting the string on and then having the string on that and doing a circle around like that. I'm gonna make sure that it is
Right.
in the centre.
Mara's made this prison spec compass. Right.
So. In hindsight, I don't know why I actually thought that was going to work.
Yeah, that is a nice accurate line.
That did not work.
Right, we are.
Connor's just going to trace it on here and make the circle a tiny bit bigger. Because my idea did not work.
We got room for it to be slightly bigger or smaller because there's a massive gasket, so it's like it was made for us.
So we've got this kit
Got this fancy kit.
that we're
Wait,
gonna.
why didn't we use this the other day? And we was drilling one small hole and then one big hole to get the...
Oh, I think last time we didn't remember we had it. Wait, what size is this? Could this not be?
Oh.
No, don't.
Okay, no.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. Okay, it's literally just smaller.
So I'm going to drill a hole first so I can then get the jigsaw in and try and cut that circle.
Perfect.
Try being the...
Word of the day. Ah, perfect. Whilst Connor's cutting out this hole, I'm going to give you a little price update of everything that we've done so far. The total of everything, including the van, is £2,510. It's a circle. That's a circle. Please. Doesn't fit. No. No. All right, Connor just skimmed around the outside, but now
We got it dropping in.
fitting perfect.
Easy. So now we'll file up the edges.
And we'll do a little.
Little bit of silicone. Chuck that gasket on there, and then someone go inside and tighten it up.
We got some sicker flex stuff this time.
Pretty good.
Yeah, someone on the comments said that it was good stuff. And we've also got some OB1 as well.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh, it's all right.
Alright.
Thank you to everyone leaving advice in the comments down below. Honestly, some of them have been really helpful. I hope the comments and my videos are helping other people who are thinking about doing vans as well.
And then dash drops in. So it just fits, just clears either side. And then you gotta go inside.
Screwing it all the way up. Holding it.
Yeah, hold it. Right, we're back. Mara's gonna do
The square van. I'm hoping it'll be an easier cut and measure than the other one. So what we're doing is, because they have like little ridges on them, we measured from the outer line here, and that's 14.5 centimeters. Because it's a square,
Inches.
it's gonna be it's 14.5 inches. So, and because it's a square, it's gonna be a lot easier to cut. So that's why I have that job. Cool. Now, I I even wrote inches here to remind myself.
From the pilot hole, I measured 14.5 inches across and I marked it out. But to be really honest, I didn't actually know where I was going with this measurement because honestly, I couldn't just quite wrap my head around how to draw a square.
Right, we worked out a way to do this after some
friendly way. So I've done a straight line with the masking tape. So now I'm gonna measure from here.
You know how I said this was going to be easy? Boy, was I wrong.
Where is it? Okay, so we said 14.5 is there. Halfway of 14.5 is 8. And I've already marked that on.
That's not. 14.5, half isn't 8.
No, it is. Oh, no, it's near the 8. It's the 3/4. 8, 7 3/4. Sounds like a Harry Potter thing.
This definitely isn't a how-to, this one.
And this is why companies should just add templates in their boxes. I was just so close to giving up, but you know what? Let me try one more method.
So we're trying a different method. The other two didn't work. We're getting this straight. I'm just literally, and if the pen wanted to work, marking out the straight. I'm then gonna measure 14.5 inches on here where we sort of want it. Well, we have to do it there, isn't it? So
Yeah, so then, yeah, we need to go across like this.
realistically, yeah.
Who thought drawing a square would be this hard, honestly? Let me explain the logic behind all of these lines that I'm drawing. So I drew myself a straight line so I knew where to start the square, and I already had where the pilot hole was drilled in. So I wanted to connect those two lines so I had two sides of the square. So then I could start marking out the other points and then hopefully join them together, I'd have a square. But I honestly made this look a lot harder than it actually was. I'm just going to put it down to the fact that I was really hungry.
Well, that's your cut line. I guess to check if we just measure all of the lengths, they should all be 14.5, and we know it's a square.
14.5. 14.5. 14.5. How professional was that? So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna see where the green edges go, and I'm gonna cut a hole in each 4 corners so it's easy for me to use the jigsaw to go around, so I'm not having to try and get like into the corners and around. But this also, if I can get it, this also is rounded, so you kind of want a rounded edge, and you're not going to get that with a jigsaw trying to do it sort of freehand because it's quite a sharp edge. So let's go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look down straight like this if my hair doesn't get in my face and make sure. No, this is not working. Battery.
I zoomed in on the no battery on the back of the
Oh, honestly, at times I keep reminding myself in my head that the battery is not in. Last corner. So now I can take my hair down.
And you just got to cut the straights now with that jigsaw.
Yeah.
And then we got to sort something out with these bits so it will go flat, but we'll work that out.
Yeah.
Drilling the holes before made it so much easier for me to cut the square out.
Jeez, that vibrated my whole life. Perfect. So whilst we figure out what we're going to do about these bits to make them flat so that there's no leaks. We're gonna have some lunch. We're gonna go and grab ourselves a little something from the top of the road. Then after lunch, we are gonna be coming back so we can fit that vent and fit this solar as well. So I'll catch you in a bit. Whilst we were having our lunch, we were supposed to figure out what we were gonna do with this hole here. We completely forgot, but now that we're back, we've got a bit more of a clear head and a full belly. So we are gonna just grind it off, we think.
I think we're just gonna cut this off, so then the frame will sit flat on the roof. It's gonna have a bead of silicone, a load of screws, and then the only thing we'll have to worry about is either here a little bit of silicone, or I don't know, we'll think of something else. Or if you guys know something else, then we can do it in the next video.
So Connor's now cut the little ridges off, and now we're gonna fit it in and see if it sits flush. Oh, perfect.
So that will all screw down now around here. But yeah, we're going to have to figure this out. The only thing I can think of is a bead of silicone. But I don't know if maybe there's like a patch or something we can stick over it, a waterproof tape or something maybe. I don't know.
Now that we've got it down flat, I'm going to drill the two corners and screw, so where we need to put it. And then I'm going to take it off, put some silicone down, and then I'm going to then screw it in with these screws here. They are
Do a load all around.
Stainless steel, so they won't rust. Perfect. So now we've got those two holes, we know where exactly to put it.
Just put a little bit in those drip drops there.
Yeah.
Just pump it there. That'll do.
We have to make sure the wires go in and line up the two holes. You don't have to push down, because when we screw them in, it will pull it down with the silicone, and then I can fill in these gaps over here, basically. Oh my god.
Yeah, this single battery's catching us out every time today.
We only just realised after breaking two drill bits, we bought self-tapping screws. So that's great. I'm just gonna now go around these bits here to just seal them in. I'm just gonna go over that hole as well. And then that hole here. Like I said, it's not really pretty, but it's sealed. Let's open it. Oh, sick! It's all working, and then we just need to wire it in when we do the electrics. Man, crazy. That's it, basically. We got all the vents in. That's all the cutting we're going to do into the van's roof. Now we're going to screw the solar panels on, and when we get the other one, we'll screw that one on.
So we only got one solar panel at the moment because the other one's smashed. But we're going to have them this way, and this is the centre line of the van here. So it literally just fits, butted up against there. So we're just going to do a right angle on these ribs to this side, to that side, and then when we get the new solar panel, it will go lengthways there. So we've got this now for our seating area. Oh, and then the only other thing you've got to do is this box where the two wires go into the cab. We've got to put that somewhere. So we'll put it somewhere like that.
Yeah,
Right,
looks good.
Right, so what we done, we got the 90 brackets on, and then we have just put a blob of silicone on the roof, so when we screw the screws through, hopefully that will help as well. Oh no, we need the other wire as well. No. So now we got, that is the positive and negative. Even with this, the solar panel's raised just enough that it's not going to crush the wires or anything when we screw it in, but it sits a lot lower than the ones that the kit supplies. So yeah, Mar's just going to screw her side in.
Once the solar panel was all secure, it was time for the last job of the day.
This is the box where the wires go into the cab. So we're just going to drill one of these holes there. We'll line it with this like U-shaped rubber material so the wires don't chafe over time. And then all we've got to do is, when we get the new solar, plug the next one in. Nice bit of measuring.
Nice bit of measuring, Connor. Oh wow, well done. There you go, look at that. All nice and protected. So wait, how do we fit that on? Do we just silicone it on?
Like that.
Perfect.
Right, we need to plug those wires in, positive and negative.
Oh, they're right behind me here. Positive and negative. And these things. So these, one of them goes onto this one and one of them will go onto the other one. So it basically joins them into one, and then we can connect this onto this positive and negative wire. And then hopefully this is long enough to go into here in the cab and down the side, and when we do the installation we are going to run the wires exactly where we want them so then they can get to the battery. They just screw on and it's got stuffs to make it watertight.
Yeah, so once we thread the wire through, then you tighten that up and it crushes down. See, it crushes down that O-ring.
Yeah.
So it's all sealed. This kit though, for 200 quid, we've had it on our last 2 vans and we've never ran out of electricity.
It's good to know that you can get the cheap option, and also it really works even in the UK.
So now we're threading it through. So Connor's just locking them off. This is the length that we're having them, so that these two plug into there and these sit on the rib, and like we said over here, it won't get crushed, sorry.
Right.
So yeah.
Silicone, last one of the day.
This OB1 stuff apparently is really good, and it doesn't sort of like the other stuff the sticks like. It doesn't dry hard.
That's that, and then that.
And what we're gonna do is tape it down so that it sits tight. Look at that. Well, for the one solar we do have up, it looks amazing, and we've got so much room now to like sit on the top. So this is what we got done today. We fitted one of the solars, the solar vent for the shower, and we've also got the vent over here. The other solar's gonna go in there.
Just like that, we're on day 2.
This is the cleanest setup that we've ever done on the roof. Everything is in its place, and yeah, very happy.
Yeah, we got both the solar panels in. They fitted perfectly next to each other, and we still got this room here. So if we want to come out of here, we can chill on the roof. So yeah, well happy. It's the end of outside work now. So next video will be insulating, vapor barrier, and then we start the ceiling.
How exciting! So I will catch you on the next episode. This is episode 5 of our budget van build. There's 4 other episodes for you guys to look at. If you haven't checked them out already, go check them out. And I will see you guys next on Friday.
I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been keeping up with the build, everyone who's subscribed, left amazing comments. I can't believe we're at 6.5k already. It is completely insane. And I will next see you guys on Friday.